All right, let's look towards the actual Michigan football team now. If you look at maybe one of their weakest links right now, it's at offensive line.
Oh, yeah.
Michigan could definitely use a 5-star offensive tackle. And most of the offensive line are sophomores, juniors right now. Who needs to step up and lead that unit?
Well, before you even talk about the players, I think the biggest thing that Michigan did this offseason was bring in Ed Warner, the former Ohio State offensive coordinator. I had been talking about all season last year, people didn't want to hear it for a long time, that it wasn't the quarterback that was their issue for a while. Yes, there were some issues with John O'Korn. He had his moments of being shaky, but he had no time to drop back and throw either. You know, not too long after Warner came aboard, and they said it just made a world of difference. And you know, you heard that when Steven Spinellis went in spring availability and said like it was, you know, went from, you know, trying to get a bunch of people who didn't know algebra to, you know, do calculus. And so the way everything ended up going when Warner came in is he was like, all right, well, we're going to go teach algebra. We're going to simplify things. We're going to make sure that guys know what they're doing. And from what I've heard, they've responded big time. I've heard some surprising names that maybe have stepped up. John Runyon Jr. is a guy that they had really wanted to step up last year, and it sounds like he's had a really, really good offseason. Spring ball, it sounded like he just had taken his game to another level. You really are hoping, and I don't know yet if this is the case, but Michigan was really hoping last year to have Juwan Bushell-Beatty be that guy to be able to really step up and take that right tackle position. He eventually ended up becoming the starter there, but it came, you know, at the cost of, you know, starting Nolan Ulizio and it not working out the way they had hoped. Who on the outside is going to be able to step up? You're looking at guys like Chuck Filiaga, the former 4-star from Aledo, Texas, and you know, on the other, you know, either him or Toledo native James Hudson, who was a defensive lineman. You're hoping that those guys can maybe come in, you know, learn, make the impact. I mean, obviously with the offensive line, you don't necessarily want a second-year guy.
You mentioned James Hudson, a Toledo native. What can we expect him to bring to the game this year?
Well, the hope is obviously that he ends up being, you know, that, you know, game changer that they were really envisioned when they moved him over from the defensive end spot to the exterior of the offensive line.